Okay, let's talk about leveling up and training in D&D. Now, I'm an old school DM, and when I've done training in my games, when I do training in my games, here's how I work it for leveling up. First off, the character is going to have a realization. So as they've earned enough experience for the new level, they're going to have like a night where they're at the camp or something like that on the road or somewhere where they're going to have a realization of certain things. Like they're going to realize where they're failing at something, where they're not doing as good, where they can do better. Like it's like it comes to them. You get what I'm saying? Like finally this knowledge starts to come to them. But it's not automatic. It's not like they just level up instantly. They need time to train this stuff out. Here's what I really don't bother with is I don't put it that you need to find specific people to train you. What you need to do is be off the road out of a pressured situation, and you need time, room, and space to really train, really to improve yourself, think these things over when you're not in the situation of being out traveling, doing whatnot. You need that space, and you need it for at least 3 days. I don't do a month, I don't do all kinds of things. You need 3 clear days. And to get the training space, the time, usually you're going to need tools. You're going to need maybe someone that might spar with you or something like that. And for that reason, you can find places where people literally let you rent their location for a few days to train. You might even meet other people training there, like a gym or something like that, or like a fighters guild or something in that vein. Or some type of rogue group. But either way, they will have places for you to pay so much money, go in there and just train yourself. You don't really need someone to train you directly. So I separate that, and the cost of renting the place is not as much as, say, old school training would usually be. I make it to train and get your 3 days in. It's going to cost you 300 gold pieces. And that will include somebody to spar with you, talk to you, go over your ideas with you, people that are going to be there and be able to help you, inform you, get your character through to the next level. And you need to get to these places, and there has to be somebody around who can at least effectively help you. And they don't need to be a certain like fighter or rogue or something like that. It can be just about anybody. It's just the people classified at these gyms, these locations, are going to be people that can take care of it, right? That's how we're going to view it. So you got to get to these places, rent them for 3 days, pay 300 gold pieces, you get the help, you go through the realization, you level up, you're right back into the game. That's how I handle training and leveling. I don't like the old school thing of taking like a month or something like that in that vein, or paying like a ridiculous amount of money to level up. I make things cost, right, in the game. So there'll always be a meaningful thing to do with money, and your focus on money will be important in my game. And I don't require training to really, make that a thing. But it will be part of the package, right? So money's always going to be important, and leveling up when there's training is not free. You need 3 days. That's it. So I would say, how do you view it realistically when somebody's ready to level up? Well, just what you're going to pitch to your players is your character has come to a realization that they're realizing where they're failing, where they could be better, but they understand that nothing will change for them until they're in a situation where they can really take the time to think these things over, do some practice and all that, and really establish that these new things that have come to them are correct and right? So they need that time to do so. Some locations can handle every kind of class. The rogue could go there to do some training, so could the cleric, so could the mage. Just go in there, talk, look over their stuff, have that, space, that time, that area that is tailored for them to get this, done, to achieve their new level, right? So you can have locations that just cover everyone, so you don't have to have all these individual people all over the place needing to, another mage to train the mage. You don't need that in the way that I go about this, because it's more about self-training. It's like a self-realization. You never know if there's going to be someone in the world, somewhere where you can get to them to level up, right? So I never really liked that. I like the idea where at least I make it that you have to get somewhere. You can't just level up on the road. You can't just do it there. But you need to get somewhere, and then it only takes 3 days. So it's not so much of a hassle on the game. And again, I'm not worried about like training, say, peeling money away from you, making money very important in the game, because I have other aspects of my game that take care of creating that. And I just use that as part of that package to help with it. But now I don't have to overcharge or have a character spend a month doing this. Anyway, I thought you might like that idea, or it might even help you come up with your own approach to this. But here's the good news. With the way I'm looking at it, the way my approach is, even a 5e game could handle adapting my training format, right? So could 4e, so could 3e, so could other games, clearly, right? And I think the old school method can't be, or people don't want to adapt that as much to their system. They don't care about training. I say, if you look at it from my point of view, maybe this type of training will seem like, hey, I can put that in. That does slow the roll down for the game a bit. And say you're playing a 5e game where you're rushing through levels and you're only spending so many sessions on a short campaign, right? Well, training can slow some of that down in the way that I'm offering here. It's realistic, it's not hard, and it can just slow the roll down a bit so you're getting 10 sessions, maybe more for those short campaigns, right? Anyway, for now, take care. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.